What's up, guys? Unas here again today, bringing you guys another Black Ops 3 video. Got a gameplay commentary for you. What you're going to be seeing in the background is my best TDM to date on Black Ops 3 for the amount of kills I got. Not the best KD I've ever gotten, but definitely the amount of kills. It's 50 plus, so stick around and watch that gameplay and enjoy. I started out on a little bit of a streak. I think I choked my raps, but enjoy the gameplay. And I have some information for you guys that's going to be very, very helpful, okay? Now, up until this point, the only thing that would help your accuracy on your weapon to this point in Black Ops 3 is the Recon sight. It reduced recoil a smidge, not a whole lot, but a little bit, and obviously a foregrip, okay? Now, in the last patch that went out, there was some things that got unnoticed, so to speak. Now, I'm not going to take credit for finding these. I watched a video Drifter put up yesterday, and it was in-depth video on recoil reduction. And he actually talked about this. It went out in the last patch, and he said he got it from Exclusive Ace. He's the one who found it. But I'm just passing along to you guys, so I'm not going to take credit for finding this. I'll give credit where credit is due. I feel like that's the right thing to do. But there are now reticles, or well, sights, I guess is a better way to say it, that will reduce your recoil in the game. A red dot and an ELO, which generally I run ELO if I'm going to run anything, don't do this. So throw those out the door. Those aren't going to help you. But the BOA, the Varix, the Recon, and the Thermal will all help your recoil, or reduce your recoil on your guns. No matter what gun it is, they all reduce it, okay? Now, if you want to see some testing, go back and watch Drifter's video. He has some tests in there where he actually shows on a wall exactly how much. And I will go ahead and tell you, it is a really, really large amount. It is phenomenal, the difference. Like, I just did not realize how much of a difference this would make. But I'll get into the stats here so you guys understand what I'm talking about. The BOA, the Varix 3, the Recon, and a Thermal sight all have a 10% faster center speed than either iron sights or the ELO or the red dot. Now, what this means is basically when you aim down sights, your gun is at rest when it's not being shot, and that is your center. Okay, so center speed is basically how fast your gun, when you're pulling the trigger, comes back down to center, if that makes sense. You know, it comes back to rest. So it will reduce your recoil a lot simply because it comes down to center faster, and because of that, number one, it doesn't seem like it's bouncing as fast, but number two, you're staying on target more because you're spending more time where you're actually aiming than you would without it. Okay, so that's gonna help you a lot. Also, the Varix 3, the Recon, and the Thermal have another buff that the BOA doesn't have. The ELO and the red dot also don't have, like I said, they don't have any of these. But the Varix, the Recon, and the Thermal also have a 0.15 recoil reduction. Now, I'm not sure if that's like a 15%, or what that is. I'm not exactly sure what that means in code. But what I can tell you is that it makes your guns a freaking laser. All right, when it says recoil reduction, it means it. Like, they just don't kick. I don't know a better way to put it. Like, they just don't kick. If you guys want to test this out on your own, I would advise it with the VMP and the Man of War. Those are the two most easy, I think, to try it on and to see the difference, because the Man of War, though it may be a slower firing weapon, has generally a good amount of kick on it. And the VMP is probably the most popular submachine gun in the game, maybe behind the Kuda, which I really think the VMP is more popular, but it has a pretty good amount of recoil too. Alright, so just go to a wall with a stock, a VMP without anything on it, and shoot at the wall, aiming down sights, but don't adjust your aim any. Just aim down sights, point at the wall, and pull the trigger and let it do its thing until you run out of bullets. And then do the same with, each one of the sights on it, just to see the difference, and then do the same thing with the Man of War so you guys can see the difference. I mean, it is amazing. Alright, I slapped on a BOA sight on a Man of War today, and I slapped on a Varix on a Man of War just to see the difference. like, I can't even explain to you guys. I took off grip on it, okay? And I will throw this out here. The reason I took grip off, you would think, okay, well, why would you take grip off if it's going to reduce your, your recoil? You want to do that as much as possible. If you put a grip on your guns with these sights, the grip will negate the attributes of these sights, so you don't get the bonuses. All right, and the grip is literally half on the Varix, Recon, and Thermal. The amount of recoil reduction that the foregrip gives you is half of what those 3 sights will give you without grip. So don't put a grip on it. All right, just put like quick draw. On my Man of War, I ran the BOA or the BOA, and I ran the Varix. Both of those I ran this morning, but all I put on it was quick draw and rapid fire, and that thing is pretty dang accurate. With the Varix, it's even more accurate, obviously, and you can challenge just about anything in the map if you wanted to. The BOA, it works well up close. It's basically going to give you the same that a foregrip would. It works well, but the longer range gunfight's a little bit harder to hit. I think part of that was because I had rapid fire, so it was obviously kicking a little bit more than it normally would. But it was a little bit challenged or a little bit tough to challenge people on head glitches at long range. But with the Varix, I mean, this thing doesn't move. I'm not gonna lie. I haven't tried it on a submachine gun like the VMP yet. I don't really know how that would work out. I generally don't like sights on my submachine guns. The only one I've ever done that on was Ghost. I put a red dot on my Vector at one point. And you guys can go back and watch some of that old gameplay if you'd like to. Ghost was probably my best Call of Duty. I really hated that game, but I was so good at it. But anyway, that's a tangent. But anyway, definitely try these out. They are fantastic. Like, these things, I was extremely shocked at how much it helped. Like, just looking at the testing on the wall that Drifter was showing shocked me. I was like, holy cow, I can't believe that it actually does that much for your gun. But then I went and tried it myself, and holy cow, like, these things just don't move. I'm not lying. When I tell you guys this, I'm not exaggerating at all. Like, they just don't move, okay? Definitely try this. This will allow you to use less points on your gun because you won't have to put foregrip. Maybe you won't have to use a wild card to add on the extra attachments you want. And it'll allow you to use it for, secondaries, lethals and tacticals, extra perks, whatever it may be. It is fantastic. All right, so definitely try this. Check it out. I think I got 53 kills, 53 and 17, I believe, in this. So I hope you guys enjoyed the gameplay. I hope you guys learned something new, and definitely try this out.